Crypto Fund Trader. Yes, everybody's speaking about it. It is a new prop firm that allows you to trade crypto alongside every other asset as well. But many people have been asking me, how can I get some capital to trade crypto, especially BTC, Bitcoin, and Ethereum? Now, we know in Forex that there is many companies that obviously allow you to use their capital to trade. But when it comes to crypto, because of its volatility, it's been hard to find. Now, there is a couple, but this is the main one that people are speaking about at the moment. I've done a couple of challenges already, but for today, educational purposes, I've just got the standard account for you to have a look at, the 5,000 one, which is very cheap. So firstly, I want you to go over to the screen and have a look what we've got on here. It's a very clean, very easy, simple, minimalistic website. As you can see, Crypto Fund Trader over here, they've got many things that you can go and have a quick check over. Now, you trade, we fund, etc., just like any other prop firm, but it's very simple, and they have their own platform. Now, you can use MetaTrader 5 if you want to trade a lot of your Forex or your commodities or your metals, whatever that may be. Now, Fund Trader is a prop firm where you can trade Forex, indices, commodities, etc., as we know, and you can get a funded account up to $200,000. And you can have a few multiple accounts as long as you're not counter trading or hedging, because there is rules with each account. If it's registered to the same email, it must be in the same sort of trade. If you're on a Bitcoin buy, then of course you can't be going on a sell on one of your other accounts. That's how it works. And you take 80% of the profits. Now, Crypto Trader Fund sells a service exam that consists of 2 phases. You can have 1 phase or 2 phase, and I'll show you later on when we get down the page. So as I mentioned, this is now the evaluation process, the phase 1 and phase 2. So if you only wanted 1 phase, then it changes. But let's just go and have a look at phase 2. Phase 2 is you have to get 80% in phase 1. Okay, details here: 5% maximum daily loss, 10% overall of whichever challenge you take. Leverage is 1 to 100. Spread pips is very low, 0 pips. Now, there are some spreads on certain assets, but it's very low. So go and check that out as well. Then you can obviously then phase 2, once you've gone past phase 1, you go on to phase 2. It's a lot quicker. You've only got to then get 4% rather than 8%, and the same rules apply. And then the funded trader, 80% split. So these are your 3 phases that you go through. Like any other prop firm, very simple, very clean. And they have simple rules. Okay, spreads are 0, low trading fees, high leverage, no trading restrictions, no daily limit, which is very important, because you do not have to pass the challenge within a limited time. This is why people used to fail so many times when it comes to prop firms in Forex, because they would take trades under pressure to try and get that challenge against their rules. A lot of them are now changing to no daily limit, which is now bringing a lot more people to the market, because people don't want to be rushed in their trading. I definitely don't, and we don't want our students to be rushed to trade in our Discord, in our community, etc., things like that. So having no time limit is very important. And now we can have a look at our challenges, and this is how you get funded now. So if you want to test the waters, you can simply just start with a $50 one-time fee where you get funded to a $5,000 account. I would suggest that if you're new to trading but you have a strategy. If you do not have a strategy and you are not profitable, then do not be going for challenges, because you're going to be wasting your money. Trading is a hard game. It's a psychological game. And if you do not know how to control your emotions, if you have an ego problem, if you have a fixed mindset, trading is not for you. And I suggest you go and do something else. You need to be very mature minded. You need to understand that your ego cannot get in the way, and you need to have a growth mindset in relation to what you want to be and where you want to go in the future. If you don't have them, don't get into trading, buy and hold and hope for the crypto gods or whatever you're into. So test this by going over the $5,000 one, because if you test 50,000, if you get the rules wrong, it's only a $50 fee. You don't want to go in on the $1,000 one on $200,000 if you don't know what you're doing, and also if you've never tested the platform and you counter trade and you forget, or you open a trade and you've etc., or you put too much leverage on and then you've blown your $1,000. So get used to these platforms, whichever feels comfortable with. Okay, the most common one is going to be the 50,000 one, etc., things like that. So go and check that out. And they got their own platform. Their payout system is obviously defaulted to 80-20. You get 80% and they get 20%. All funded traders can request payouts through their dashboard, with Deal, which offers PayPal, Revolut, Wise, Pioneer, Coinbase, etc., things like that. and bank transfer. And they have a calculator down at the bottom as well, which gives you an insight of being funded and not being funded. So, for example, if you was to go for the $200,000 and you passed and you wanted to make 1% for the month, okay? So 1% for the month would be, you would get $1,600 if you was to go for 1% per month. Now, most people try and aim for around about 4 to 5% per month. So once you get profitable, if you was to go for 5% per month, then you're coming out with $8,000 per month if you know what you're doing when it comes to that. Now, compare that to if you had a normal account, which your funds, where people have struggled to get into trading because they don't have the funding, is this would be your personal funds, which would be $1,000, and you would be looking to get $49 profit by taking the same trade. So let's now go over to obviously the dashboard. This is how it looks right now. This is your first standard practice account. I was always say I've done this for educational purposes and this video as well. Like I say, I've been using this. I've got one challenge already passed, and I'm now working on another one as we speak. So this one is just another one for educational purpose. We will play around with this, etc., things like that in the future. But this is to show you the dashboard, and this is how it will come up on your screen. Very, very simply, you're going to be using your trading view. You're going to be using your other platforms to mark up your trades. But you can come over here if you wanted to and start to draw some analysis, etc. I would suggest using your other platforms, and then once it hits your levels, come over to here and enter your trades. You can also do limit orders, etc., things like that. So quickly, let's go over here right now. Okay, so your symbols, you can go over here. You can see you've got your commodities, you've got your crypto, you've got your FX, popular stocks, indices, etc., things like that. So let's just go over to a crypto because that's what we trade predominantly. You've got ADA, Aave, Bitcoin Cash, BNB, Doge, DOT, Dash, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, Link, etc., Solana, Tether, Tron, all those types of ones. There's not ridiculous amounts like all Binance or anything like that, but there's enough for you to trade if you trade a lot of assets. I, for one, only trade 1 or 2 assets at most. Sometimes we trade gold, and sometimes we will trade Forex pairs. That's definitely now that we're doing our live trading. All links will be below if you want to get involved in our live trading or any of our groups. For example, if I want to go over to a BTC, can come over to here and say I wanted to do a new order. I would click a new order, and then I can either have a market order. As you know, market order is an instant transaction, which means I go straight into the market with a small fee. Or I can then go into a pending, which will be a limit order on a Bybit or a Binance or KuCoin or whatever it may be. A pending order is your limit order, where the fee will be a lot less, if not zero, for you to enter that trade. Now, if you're used to Bybit and you're used to others, you'll be going in there with percentages, and your leverage would be a 1x, a 2x, a 3x, a 10x, etc. Over here, we have a volume. So the volume is like your leverage. So required margin, $2. So if you wanted to risk $100, you might want to put your volume in at a 5, okay? Say, let's put a 4. $104. So you might want to put your volume at 4, and you might want to risk $104. However, you might want to put more on the trade, and you might want to put a 1 value, which is 5% of your trade, but your stop loss may only be 1% of your whole capital. So it depends on how you want the amount of risks that you want to take. Margin doesn't really matter if your stop losses are in the correct place and you know the percentage of what you want to lose on your account. You should never be risking more than 1% on your account. If it goes over 1%, cut the trade, in my personal opinion. Go back to evaluate. So that's how you're going to put your buys and sells in, and you can go buy and sell. Now, one thing I would say is, if you are in a buy, you cannot come over and hedge in a sell at the same asset. That is a very, very important rule that you must understand, because you can on other platforms, and you will lose your account if you do that, and you will have to restart again. So that's Crypto Fund Trader. Go and check them out. It's really, really helping our students. If you want to get involved in Crypto Fund Trader, there is a discount code Platinum5 below. Hit the link, get involved, go and test that out. If you want to get involved in any of our communities, our Discord, our live trading that starts in September, or take the course and learn how I trade on a day-to-day basis, all the links are below. And as always, God bless, and I'll see you soon.